I was like, where are we? What happened to us?
I don't know. But anyways, hello everyone. My name is Extra Girl and we have Tugs here. Tugs is unfortunately not going to be on camera, so that's why I'm taking over the whole screen. I thought
Yeah,
about
I know. I'm just gonna be like a little fly on the wall. I'll be the little angel on your shoulder over here and being like, don't do
yeah.
it, don't do
Tugs, I love it.
it. The plan, listen, chat, the plan was to be, don't get mad. This I have a legit reason. The plan was to be on camera. We just got off the airplane not too long ago. I've been gone for a week, as you guys all know. However, your girl fell off a horse the other day, and I am looking like I'm about to keel over and die because I'm a little in pain. Like nothing's broken, so we're fine. But
Tugs is okay.
it's rough over here in the Tugs household. So just, it's fine.
That is why Tugs is off camera, but you can see me. I know I'm not as pretty as Tugs, but you're just gonna have to deal with that.
If we're gonna do this, I'm changing my name to Tiny Tugs.
She's so cute. But what if I make you bigger? You're big Tugs.
No, I'm no longer tiny.
Okay.
I don't have a black eye. Although I kind of wish I had a black eye because that would.
No, why would you say that?
I told Duke, I was like, I'm really disappointed. I landed on my left side. So like your rib cage is up, my rib cage is all sore and stuff. But you know what's weird is I'll walk into a door and I will have the biggest bruise. It looks like I hit myself with a baseball bat or something ridiculous. But I fell off a horse, hit the ground, and on my whole left side, and I have 0 bruises to show for it. I'm like, what the heck, man? What? I bruised just whacking my hand against my desk, but this doesn't bruise. The audacity, I tell you what.
So guys, F's in the chat for Tugs's non-bruised body.
I know.
I hope F feels. I love Tugs. I hope you're okay. I'm glad you made it. I did see Tugs for a little bit, not tiny Tugs, but like regular sized Tugs. And she's looking fine. She's looking fine, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not a doctor. So yeah, we got some love in the chat. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. Because it's been a whole 2 weeks without you, and I miss you so much. Last week we had Zia. If you guys didn't catch the episode, you should definitely check that out. We talked about some weird stuff. And you know the funny part, Tugs? So I've noticed this is a trend, especially between FNT and this. We talked about Lizzo, and any chat about Lizzo, you get limited. Or at least, you know, the lawsuit. Because I assume, have you seen, you've seen a portion of it, right?
Yeah, it took me a minute. I did read about it. I completely forgot about the banana thing. We won't need to.
No, we're not going to go in detail.
But that was the one for your tweet. I was like, what are you talking about? And then I remembered that. Yeah. So I know what's going on. Yes.
Yeah. Don't use. Okay. Maybe if you're younger, I get it. You're on a budget. It's like it is insanely cheaper than buying the toys that are associated for that. I get it.
Yeah.
But don't do that if you don't have to. No?
Fruit is meant to be eaten, guys.
Yeah, it is bad for your pH balance. I'm just saying. Oh my God. Andrew Matthews, potassium is very good for you, according to Doctor Who and the medical community. So
right, no kidding.
Oh, and if I really cared, you'd start squatting. Oh, what is this? On a good note, my wife and I have our second rainbow baby on the way. Congratulations! Oh my gosh! How far along are you? Oh my God, not you, but you know, I'm just putting you guys in a little umbrella. You and your wife. I know you're not the one that's pregnant. Put lots of congratulations in the chat. I love hearing about impending baby. 6 weeks and 4 days. Oh my gosh, I feel blessed that you're sharing this with us. I feel like it's too early to share, but I love it. Well, you know what, this is our first Poor Choices baby. I know we technically didn't bring you guys together, Jeff and your wife.
This is true, though. This is true.
This is very true. But you're our first baby. I love it. Congratulations. Holy crap. And now we're going to trash on a bunch of people that are not doing well in their relationships. So we got goals. Your goal to second baby, but the people we're going to talk about, not so much. Not but yeah, we got a Bird Up for $5 saying, never stick anything in your orifices that spiders like to.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh my god. Can you imagine? Wash your fruit, people, for God's sake.
Oh my god, it just hit me.
Spiders love banana trees too.
Oh my god. 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 Ew. I'm so disturbed now.
Disgusting.
Yeah, but that is, you know what, Bird Up, you are very right about that. And also, I'm disgusted that you brought it up. But like, oh my god.
I love the way Bird Up's brain works.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's a factually true. So you know what? As grossed out as I was, I appreciate you. Oh my god, thank you, Bird Up. I feel you on this, BB. We don't need that visual.
Well, surprise. We got it anyway. Oh my god.
Nearsighted Cyclops says Sheila had to start somewhere. Ooh, it's like free food, you know, to help
Oh my
the growth.
god.
But in any case, so today's topics we have red flags. I guess I wore red for a good reason. I'm not a
Yes.
red flag, hopefully. Well, maybe I am. To some
It
people,
looks good on
probably.
you. What is your
Oh,
color?
thank you. Thank you. Very Asian. Very Asian. And you know, rules in a relationship. So before we actually get into the video, something that like it's kind of like a unsaid rule. There's like things you do in a relationship and things you don't out of respect to your partner. I don't know, trying to think of some things like don't cheat, don't talk to your exes. Now, under certain circumstances, if you work together or like in the same friend group, it might be a little difficult to avoid them. I don't know. Those are the hard rules that you wouldn't, you know, you wouldn't break. And it's like unsaid rules.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that there's some people out there, boys or men or women, that just put too many rules on a relationship. And I saw this this TikTok.
Oh no. We love TikTok.
We freaking love TikTok. And this is just so much. So this is just a screenshot of the TikTok. I tried to find the TikTok, but anyways. Rules for my boyfriend when he goes out clubbing.
I see your Twitter.
Me. Oh, I opened the wrong one. Whoopsies.
Oh, it's a good thing those weren't your naughty
DMs. Oh, here we go.
DMs. That's how you get sued.
That's true. Not that there's anything naughty in there, but rules for my boyfriend when he goes out clubbing without me.
Oh.
He has to wear a top telling everyone he's not single.
How? First of all, what club is letting him in the door? Usually clubs don't let you in. You have to wear like a plain shirt usually, or like a Hawaiian shirt, but you can't. All right, anyway.
If a girl approaches him, he ignores her. I mean, that is an unsaid rule, so to speak. I mean, you can be polite. I think you can be polite. Say, sorry, I'm not looking for, you know, whatever, but I think that's fine. If a person approaches, you have to have trust. And I think that's the key. She ain't trusting him. The next two are the ones that get me. Anything closer than 1 meter apart is cheating.
Oh my Lord of Jesus, take the world.
I was dying when I read that because I was like, have you been to a club?
Right? Like walking through the door is less than a meter.
I know. You have no choice sometimes when you're walking around a club and you can't avoid it. Like the place is packed. How are you supposed to create this 1 meter bubble to protect you from other girls? And then he can have 1 drink max.
1 drink max. I mean,
it's just so sad.
That one may have stipulations to it, as in there may have been a problem in the past. But still.
I mean, but like still, like I think about rules, and this is just too far. You have lost trust in your boyfriend so much that you have to make insane rules. Like, okay, sure, I can maybe be okay with ignores a girl if she approaches him, but how can you avoid the 1 meter? How can you only have one drink max? You might as well just not drink,
That's
you
fair.
know? And then you have to wear a top telling people you're not single. What does that? You have to say taken on your shirt.
Yeah, and how does he get what club is he going to that the club is letting him in? I listen, I don't know, maybe the clubbing scene has changed, but
Ugh. But I always love reading the comments and while he's out with his friends obeying her rules, she's getting trolled by his
oh, that's a common idiot. I mean, this is a good point. Is she? She might be. I don't know.
I think, that is what brings it up. Did he do something to make her feel insecure? That's one option. The other option is she's doing it on the side, so that's why she doesn't want him to do it because she knows what she's doing is wrong.
Possible.
So, I mean, who knows? These rules are absolutely insane. If you are put into this category as that boyfriend, y'all need to get out of this relationship. She also, yeah, I see this. She's crazy. She is crazy. But I will say there are some women and men that dating the wrong type of person makes them crazy. Not saying this is her for sure. I'm just saying it is a possibility. There's so many possibilities in this. We're not getting the full context on this, so
Yeah. Something's up there for sure.
and yeah, I don't like it. And there's just it's just so much. I wish I found the actual I've seen this TikTok too, which we can watch after. But just that is not okay. I don't like this, and they shouldn't be together. How do we know these TikToks are even real? Can't tell in this. It doesn't matter if it's real or not. There are people out there like this.
There are people out there like this.
Trust me, I know them. Not that I've been her specifically, but I have been crazy. And that's why I say it depends on who you are with, because I have been with a cheater. The cheater makes you feel crazy. They are so narcissistic, they make you feel like you're the one that's doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So is it that? I don't know. Maybe she is legitimately crazy, not because of him. So I don't know. It's so hard. What's this?
I wonder what the rules are for the girlfriend going to a club without the boyfriend. Is it the same set of rules? That's a good question.
That is a very good question. I don't think we're gonna ever really know, to be honest.
I highly doubt we'll ever know.
Mm-hmm.
And probably not, to be honest. But maybe.
I on the red pill side of things, I want to tend to believe that she does not have the same rules.
I would imagine she probably is. Well, she looks super young. They both do. So I'm sure she's probably like, I can do what I want. You don't trust me. Blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
How can you not trust me?
The hard part is, like, there is a lot more rules on men than there are on women these days in relationships that I have seen. Maybe it's changing. I hope it's changing, but who freaking knows at this point?
Yeah. John Thomas says, comment by Ark in the post. This is also a valid point. Ark's comment over here on the right says, I'm sorry, but if my woman wants to go clubbing and we're in a committed relationship, it's over. That is single life behavior, especially without each other. Like if you both want to go.
Like the only reason I would ever go out to a club, and I wouldn't even go out that long, is if I went to a bachelorette. I'd be there for 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and be like, peace, I'm too old for this. Bye. I got you here. Okay. Someone here is sober. Make sure they take care of them. Okay, good. Bye. I wouldn't say. Because clubs are overrated. I'd rather be at a pub. Heck, I'd rather even go to a strip club, because then at least I have the bubble. The bubble, I can be like, no. I don't want you near me.
I'm
No.
not touching you.
But, like, at a club, you're just, like, packed in so much like sardines that, you don't know who's touching you. You don't know if you're gonna, get hit on or whatever, and I get why she is very, worried, I guess, having her boyfriend at a club. So, I don't know. It
I feel
feels
like
weird to say that.
the easiest rule at this point in this particular situation would be just don't go to the club.
Yeah.
I don't want you going
Yes!
without me.
Ah! Single people club, married people
Winery.
wineries.
This is
Yeah.
back on. Single people are clubs and married people are wineries.
Yeah, I'd rather go to a
Or
winery.
breweries.
Or
Breweries.
breweries or
Yeah.
lounges. I'd even go to a lounge
Mhm.
if I can get my own booth. Like, hell yeah.
Mhm.
That's like a nice little safe spot away from I feel like such an antisocial person. Keep me away from people.
Listen, as the older we get, the more I just wanna, like, go to a cool, like, gastro pub slash brewery slash winery slash, like, hole in the wall, those kind of places where they're playing music, but it's not so loud that you have to yell at each other. You could sit outside on the patio if it's a nice day, and you can
Mhm.
go to bed by, like, 8 PM.
I mean, I would personally okay, so the latest I wanna stay out is probably 11 p.m. if I'm out in a public setting with a lot of people around me. If I'm at just like a regular table and I have my privacy, I don't mind staying out later. I don't know if it's like the music is booming and I can't hear and I have to yell, it's just
Oh
automatically
god,
like,
yeah.
I don't wanna be here. I don't
It's
wanna
too
be
loud.
here.
It's entirely too loud.
Nick S, I feel you on this. Drinking at home in my underwear, best option. We're such recluses that like we're
You wear underwear at home? That's weird.
wow! Hey. We got leather couches at our house. I don't wanna wear.
Oh, ew, that's fair.
Yeah, yep. Can you imagine like a little sweat.
So do we. We probably should. No underwear too. That's a valid
Um,
statement.
but another thing I saw this oh wait, I saw this recently and I don't like this trend. I think this is so stupid because it's treating your boyfriend or husband like a dog.
Have you seen the trend of we'll watch this, but remind me afterwards. Have you seen the flower trend
No.
on TikTok? Okay.
Okay, find one
Okay.
after this, but yeah, teaching my husband how to be romantic. This is super childish.
That is so. That is so the massage.
He's like, what are you doing?
That is so. That is so the massage. That is so.
Who's laughing? Is that like a sound? What the
I
heck?
feel like that was a overlay. I don't feel like that was
And
supposed to
also,
be part of
who's
it.
filming? I have several questions.
Yeah, because it's all about TikTok and the views. But anyways, so when I saw there was another post about that originally, and it was with another girl laying down in grass, and I thought, oh, that's kind of like I guess it's kind of funny. But now that it's actually taken like root in TikTok, I'm like, this is actually ridiculously childish.
Yeah.
I think that if you want your husband, your boyfriend to open doors for you, maybe have a conversation before you throw a tantrum.
Yeah. I
And like she didn't even say thank you.
don't.
Like excuse me.
Or oops, that's not what I wanted. Hit the wrong button. Okay, that reminds me of this TikTok trend that's going around right now. This might be the original video, and I think it started out as like a funny joke. But this is what it is now. Okay, here we go.
The hell?
What? Wait for it. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you so much. So the videos are just a bunch of these girls like standing by the door with flowers that they bought for themselves and then shoving them in their husbands or boyfriends or whatever, like chest as they're coming in through the door so that they could come in with flowers and they could pretend that, oh, you bought me flowers. Thank you so much. Instead of just being like, hey, hun, can you maybe buy me flowers every now and then, that'd be great. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't understand. So now the trend is like completely taken off a life of its own. I don't know if that was the original video or not. I think it just started out as a joke.
I think as a joke or as a TikTok video, because obviously it's staged, it could be funny. But if women or men, sure, are doing this in real life, forcing it to happen, like, I think that's just sad. Like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have to buy flowers for yourself, force it in your partner's hands to put it in your hands. Like, the intention is not there, so no one's learned. Maybe have a conversation, be an adult, communicate. What communication? Like, that shouldn't feel like it's like that crazy, but it feels like watching these types of TikToks with the, making your husbands more romantic and the flowers and even the clubbing one to a certain extent. Like, she is communicating, but I don't think she's communicating effectively to the root of the problem. It's a band-aid solution because guess what? He's probably not going to do the things that she wants him to.
Right, exactly.
And that's just it's just sad. You guys need to have talks about what it is that you need in a relationship and how to get it from your partner in order to both feel fulfilled. Because guess what? We're on the women's side of things where women are forcing men to do things. It's probably the same thing vice versa.
Yeah.
But men aren't making TikToks about it that I'm aware of.
No, and they don't care.
Not as much as females that I've seen, at least. Sorry, I was trying to catch a dog. She ran away. Oh my gosh. Nick S. This is absolutely so true. Best surprises are spontaneous, not trained for $1.99. Absolutely. That is 100% true. Because if I have to, it just doesn't feel as good if he doesn't buy those flowers himself because he wants to bring them to me.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I feel like just saying like, listen, I like flowers and I would appreciate it if you would bring me some every now and then also works.
yeah. Yeah, and say
Yeah.
if he had my mentality about flowers, like I think flowers is a bit of a waste of money. How
Mhm.
about I buy something that lasts a little longer than flowers that means the same thing? What can we kind of compromise on this with?
Yeah.
Like, maybe I can buy you your favorite, I don't know, like say you love Star Trek season DVDs. I don't know.
Favorite candies. Coming home with favorite candies.
Yeah, that you can be happy and satisfied with that. You don't get like a cupcakes often. We don't do sweets often. So why don't I get you a cupcake? And if you're a keto, then I'll get you a keto cupcake or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, just it has to have some sort of thought. And I think that, as long as you communicate it, then that's perfectly fine, Crash Mondo for 10 months. Thank you for being a
Hi,
member.
Crash Mondo.
Says training. Your man is low-key narcissistic. Ooh.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Ooh. So true. It's so true.
Not wrong.
It's so true. Oh, Crash. It kind of hurts to hear that, but it's actually very true. I love it. I love it.
Andrew Matthews has the best idea.
Andrew. And Andrew Matthews for 5 British pounds says, Tugs, do you still have the Yum Yum video? Tried to, I guess, tell Zia on last week's Poor Choices. Yeah, I couldn't find the video.
Oh, gosh.
Because they don't call it Yum Yums. They don't call it Yum Yums. They call it something else.
Yeah, the guy goes on like a tirade.
Yeah, we just, for some reason, remembered Yum Yums over the other stuff.
Let's see. I'll see if I can find it.
Mm-hmm. But in any case, let's see what is next on the roster. Oh my god. So I don't know, after the Barbie movie, you saw a portion of it and we know you didn't like it. But But there have been a huge influx of we'll say females. I've not seen males say this. Females that have said that certain reactions to watching the Barbie movie have come up as red flags to
Huh?
them about their relationships or future relationships.
Like people who didn't like it, it's a red flag?
In their partner.
What?
I don't know if you've seen this because I've seen a few
No.
things about it, and I thought, oh, that's so silly, that's stupid. And then when like more and more, I think I've seen at least 5 instances of different people saying things about it. So I found something here that
No.
caught my eye. So on Reddit, my girlfriend, 22-year-old female, watched Barbie movie and said there are things that I, 24-year-old male, needs to change. She watched it with her female friend first. She told me that she enjoyed it, but didn't comment much more about it. Today, she told me the movie opened her eyes and that we must watch it together this time because there are things that I need to change if we want to keep being a couple.
What?
Can a movie really make you question your relationship with a person, specifically a Barbie movie? I will watch the movie with her and listen to what she has to say. Of course, it just caught me off guard. So just kind of off of that, do you, Tugs, think this Barbie movie can change a person to judge their relationship as, is there red flags? Is there something going on?
I
Is
mean,
my
first of
partner
all, if you're letting a movie do that to you, that's a whole other set of problems. But secondly, this is exactly what oh my God. This is exactly what those of us, especially as girls, who watch this movie and we say it's anti-man and it's this and that and the other, and people say that we're taking it too seriously. This is exactly why we say this. Because she watched this movie and she saw that all of the men, literally all of them, with the exception of Ken's friend doll, whose name can't even remember.
Alan?
Alan, that's it. With the exception of him, and he was kind of a side character making stupid comments. So I guess really technically,
He
if you really want
was
to
like
get down
an
to it,
absolute beta.
yeah, he's a big beta and he does nothing for the plot, to be honest. But anywho, all of the men in this movie are idiotic. There's a scene where Will Ferrell, who I thought was going to be the bad guy because he's like the head of Mattel
He
Corporation
should have
office.
been.
He should have been. But anyway, they are chasing Barbie out of the Mattel offices and she jumps the turnstile and they can't figure out how to go through. They literally cannot figure out how to go through the turnstile. Will Ferrell's like trying to he can't run through it. He's trying to scan his badge and it won't open. He's like, oh my God, how do we get out of here? We have to catch Barbie. Like, bro, like every single man is like that. And or they're evil. Like there's like Ken turns into a bad guy. It's so when we complain about this movie being that way, this is exactly why we say these things, because clearly this young, impressionable, idiotic girl, no offense, lady, you know what? No offense intended. Generation Z over here takes this movie at face value and is like, oh my God, my boyfriend's such a Ken. Ew. So yeah, no, it doesn't surprise me, to be honest.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me either. I just think it's really sad that you're taking like relationship advice. Like we look at this movie and I kind of compare it to like The Notebook.
Okay.
Right? And the values that you're taught in The Notebook versus this are just so different.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like, I think if you watch The Notebook, the hopelessly in love, to have and to hold forever, the fact that, you know, the guy, I forgot his name. Is that Ryan Gosling in that movie too?
Yeah.
Oh my God. The fact that like Gosling's character stayed with his wife through all the dementia, Alzheimer's, or whatever it is, and they died together. It's like, that is a beautiful story. But to watch this and be like, Barbie treats him like crap, and I feel like she probably wants to do the same. This girl, I mean, in this post, wants to do the same because she wants to have that power over him. I don't know what it is specifically in this relationship. I would love to know more about what she thought was wrong in their relationship based on this movie.
Does he not go into detail at all? That's a bummer.
I don't think so. Guy should run. He's enough.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly. People are like, "Oh my god, you're reading too much into it." Like, there's a couple people in our own sphere that are like, "It was satire." I'm like, "It's not satire. Absolutely not satire." There were maybe some things that you could take as satirical and that might have gone one way, but the movie was all over the place. The plot went from this direction to that direction to being really cute and fun to being absolutely like it had no direction except for men suck, women rule. Ken loves Barbie more than Barbie loves Ken, and Barbie doesn't even love Ken, and blah blah. Like I can't.
I think the movie was accidentally satirical. I don't think they had intentions of it. And I remember before the movie released, I said, I want this movie to just go into every trope and make fun of everything. I think it would be the
I
best
could have been
movie.
on board with that. I could have been on board with that too. I think that it could have been if that truly is what they were trying to do, and Greta Gerwig is some scientific genius, and she's like, haha, made you all, fall into your own whatevers. It was poorly executed.
No, it was absolutely poorly executed because if they really wanted the satire, I don't think Ken would have been the villain. It would have been something else.
Yeah.
It would have even been something inside her.
Yeah. And there are satirical moments like there's like he turns it into Ken Land and he's wearing like a cowboy hat and they've got big trucks with big engines and like horses and all that stuff, right? So you're like, oh, okay, that's like the over masculine. That's kind of funny.
That is kind of funny.
It still didn't land anywhere. Like,
yeah, I think
anywhere.
The moral lessons that I saw in the movie was, I wish it was something more just like across the board, but it was, men, the patriarchy is bad. We can snap women out of it if we just talk to them about the right stuff. And then America Ferrera's speech at the end, it didn't hit me in the place that I per se agreed 100% with everything she said. Which is why I didn't love the movie at all or even like the movie.
Yeah, well, her whole preaching thing about that was entirely too long, for one. And two, she didn't say anything that was specifically geared toward women. Like everybody, the men have those standards too. People have those standards, depending on how you're raised, your parents, or well, you have to be better than me, but you can't do this and blah, blah, blah. What? That's part of the human experience. Like none of what you're saying is specifically women. And even if it was specifically women, it has not been that way in like 50 years at a minimum. Like sit down, girl. Also, you don't even treat your husband nicely. Her husband, America Ferrera's character is married. You see her husband once in the entire movie. He's mentioned twice and they're making fun of him. Like, even the daughter is like, Dad's such a loser. He's probably home on his video games or what. I don't even remember what he was doing. He's on his phone doing something. Like, come on. I can't.
Yeah. And so before I even read this post, I was listening to my radio show that I like. And there was a girl calling in that was just like, if my boyfriend doesn't want to see Barbie, is that a red flag? Like, no,
what?
It's a girl movie. It's okay if he doesn't want to see it. Do you see every action movie he wants to see? Yes, no, maybe so. Because if you see every action movie, maybe the equality, you can say that might be a red flag. It's like, okay, I do things for you. I just want to see this one movie and I don't have anyone to go with. Can you come with me? And I think that's pretty fair. I think it's pretty fair. Okay. But if, there's nothing to justify that, I don't think that's a red flag per se. Because Mark can go to the movie and watch whatever he wants. I'm fine. I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
I'll stay home. He's fine going. So, yeah. Oh, God. Is this really a question? Does Extra Girl take away your leg if you break her rules, Mark? No. I do not do that. I'm not that evil. I just joke about it.
Allowed to go to the movies?
Yes, he's allowed to go to the movies. Oh my god.
Yay!
Oh my gosh. We got nerd cookies in the chat. Hi, thank you.
Hi, nerd cookies.
Yeah, I'm literally surrounded by plushies. I love it. But Barbie sucks. People who literally take the movie too much to heart. I'm just saying females. I think that's, you know, it's just
You would be incorrect, Tara Crystal, but only in Barbie Land.
only in
The
Barbie.
minute Barbie gets listen, I'm gonna spoil this movie at this point. I don't give a shit. The minute Barbie gets to the real world, she and Ken are in those cute little 90s roller skating outfits that we all saw the pictures of, and you're like, oh my god,
They're
that is
very
so
cute.
Barbie.
I did like those
They look
outfits.
so freaking cute. The minute they get to the real world, they're skating and like people are laughing at them because they look ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
But there's like the cat calling and the guys are and like all this stuff, and like she gets all mad and offended, and one guy like comes up to her and touches her butt and she punches him in the face and they both get arrested. Like that's 3 minutes into the real world. So but yes, they do show, they go through all of the Barbies. Well, not all of them, but most of the Barbies that we all grew up seeing either on the TV, or if you had sisters or if you had Barbies, like you saw them. Even Midge, who was my favorite, the pregnant one, I loved that Barbie. Which funnily enough, the pregnant one and Alan in Barbie, real Barbie, like you can buy them as a set. They get married. That baby is Alan's. So why they never acknowledge? Yeah, I don't know why they never acknowledged that in the movie. You can get them if you can find a set of them. They're worth like $300 because it's the family. It's the family. She's pregnant. You take her belly off and it comes in. The baby comes in the belly. It's like a little plastic baby. And Alan is her husband. Why they didn't acknowledge that and they made him super beta and borderline gay? I don't know why. I don't know why they did that. I'm like, why? Who cares? Why? What the heck? Yeah, I don't know. So fun fact for those of you who didn't.
Tags, really tell us how you feel.
I love Midge. She was so stinking cool. I liked her.
Yeah.
That was my favorite Barbie.
I will say this. I really, really liked the dancing and singing scenes. I thought those were cute.
Yes, and I love the beginning of the movie. The good thing about it, yes,
that dance scene is so good.
It was so cute, and like as a girl, like playing with my Barbie is like Barbie just floats magically from her dream house to the pool, and we brush her hair, and like she would drink the milk and not actually drink any milk, because she would just pretend like we did as kids, and I loved that. And Ryan Gosling, even though they butchered Ken, like he stole the show, in my opinion. He did a great job. And his song at the end, that whole I'm Knuff or whatever that song was at the end, was an absolute banger. And the entire scene where they're like dancing to it I loved that whole part of it. And the Margot Robbie joke.
I'm just Ken. I'm just
Ken. That one.
I'm still on this. I would love a Ken and G.I. Joe movie about teaching Ken how to be a man who doesn't love his hair. I'm all for it. It would be Ryan Gosling. Who would be G.I. Joe? I don't know. You know what? I selfishly would love Henry Cavill. I don't think he's dirty enough to be a G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
He's too pretty.
If we're going with an older G.I. Joe, I don't know how old G.I. Joe is. That's a Jeremy question.
Like a 30-year-old, maybe. Like he looks
a little old. He's a good G.I. Joe.
No, he's too old, I think. Because even then, like Henry Cavill's too he's younger than John Hamm. Hemsworth, maybe, if he dyed his hair brown. Tom Cruise, possibly, but he'd be so tiny compared to Gosling.
Yeah, we'll just put him in Jensen Ackles. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I'd be down for that. So, Skarsgård, that's true. Oh, there's just a lot of Kate Court. Drunk 3PO as G.I. Joe. I feel like Drunk 3PO. I have never seen him get down and dirty. I don't know what he'd be like in the mud. First question. Like
Jay doesn't like getting wet at the theme park, so I'm sure mud would just send him through the roof.
If I think about G.I. Joe, I think of Arnold Schwarzenegger in his like 30-year-old age would have been like a really good G.I. Joe if he didn't have the accent, or also that could probably work too. Who knows? So yeah, would love that. Oh, Viggo Mortensen.
He's definitely too old. You guys know he's almost 70, right?
I know, but he would have been good back in his prime days in Lord of the Rings. He's so good. But anyways, yeah, make that happen, Mattel, please.
They're going to do like a whole Mattel cinematic universe.
Yeah, I hope one day. Ken Masters in a Barbie box is pretty funny. Who's Ken Masters? Why are you laughing at me?
I don't know.
Why are you laughing at me?
Because every time you're like, who's that? To be
Like,
fair,
should
though,
I know?
I can't really laugh at you because I don't recognize that name either, and I'm gonna get reamed for it. I know.
Oh, okay. I think once you see this,
Google
you're
it.
gonna laugh because I did not. I thought this was an actor. It's not.
Oh, yeah, I, full disclosure, have only played the Street Fighter games, like, once or twice in my life and never religiously. It was mostly like, "Oh, we're at the arcade and there's a Street Fighter game. Let's put some quarters in and
I
mash
legit.
buttons."
This was supposed to be an actor. Now I don't feel as bad. Okay. Now I don't
Yeah,
feel
I thought it was an actor too, so, here we are. That's fine.
We got Tricky for $20 here. Thank you so much, Tricky. My mom told me about the present my dad got her for their first anniversary. He wanted to get something that would be useful and make her life easier. He got her a microwave.
Yeah, but this is how guys think, right? Because I'll bet you $100 at some point his mom was like, "God, I hate this microwave. I really would like a new one." At some point, as maybe an off the wall statement or a few statements, or like, "Gosh, this microwave just doesn't match the kitchen," something. And your dad stuck that in his brain and was like, "That would make a good gift."
Make a good gift. Well,
Which
she
is
thought
not a bad gift, but
it's not
yeah.
a bad. Yeah. See, the thing is, okay. While she thought it was sweet, my dad learned his lesson. Absolutely. This is a gift that benefits her, but also benefits you. You have to think about gifts that only benefit her, not you, in order to make it actually feel really good. Or you get both. You get one of each. You get the microwave
flowers and a microwave.
and you get
I love practical gifts.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the floofy stuff too, but
if Mark got me a I don't know, I'm trying to think of like a Roomba. I think he got me one for Christmas, was it?
oh man,
I love
a
it.
Roomba.
It was the best gift ever. Now it was for him, and I'm a bit more practical than other people
Yeah.
that I've seen. So don't take this as advice. It depends on the girl you're with or guy. Yeah, freaking love the Roomba. It's the best gift in the world. Thanks, honey.
Are you hearing this over there in the corner, Mr. Duke? Roombas.
Roomba. Don't get the mop though. The mop isn't worth it, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, that just sounds like a disaster waiting to happen, honestly.
No, it's really not. But the mopping yourself is significantly better because the mopping it's too much work. Roomba, at least the vacuuming is great. Having it pass by at least once a day, saves me lots of time.
Yeah.
Lots of time. But anyways, thank you, Tricky, for the $20. Bird Up for 5 says Arnold would have been a cool G.I. Joe if he basically just did Dutch from Predator again.
Yeah,
absolutely.
same thing.
He would have been the perfect one for sure. For sure. Yeah, he's too old now, unfortunately, to fulfill the role. I'm just trying to think of someone current day that would be perfect that's in their 30s-ish. Nothing's coming to mind.
Of, like, all the action stars I'm thinking of, like,
they're old.
Jason Statham is in his 40s. I guess he could work. Or what's his bucket? From the new Jack Reacher. What the heck is that actor's name?
Oh, I don't know. Chat, can you help us? Ooh, Zac Efron. It's actually not so bad.
Yeah, well, we do that. Oh, I like Zac Efron.
Carl Urban might work.
Eastwood, that's the one. Ooh. I take it back. Duke says, you guys are thinking way too hard about this. Scott Eastwood.
Yes. Alan Richardson. Is that Jack Reacher? Okay.
Well, yeah, thank you. Alan Richardson. Thank you.
There we go. There we go.
Scott Eastwood needs to be in way more stuff, to be honest. He's such a great actor.
Yeah. So there we go. We got our G.I. Joe, possible G.I. Joes. There's a bunch of them. So, wow. Nick's like, all right, I'll play G.I. Joe. Nick, I don't even know what you look like. we have an avatar. I don't even know what that is. Is that a
It looks
lizard?
like a lizard.
Yeah. Are you a lizard? Okay. Andrew, get out of here. Lizzo. No. No. It's too far. I refuse. Eric K for I'll say $4. Two here says love you both. Yeah, I love you too, Eric. How's your puppy doing, by the way? How's your puppy?
Yeah.
I love puppies. Okay, so thank you guys also for the super chats. You've seen some of these already on my Twitter, but I don't know if Tugs has seen it. I don't know if Tugs has seen it. So
How is it the same girl that has the club list? This is the same girl?
no.
No?
Maybe?
It looks like her.
Guy.
Yeah, no, it's not the same guy. Girl. I don't think so. She's not as petite. She's still petite, but not as petite.
I'm just saying all blondes look the same. Okay.
Wow! Are you saying all white people look the same? Tugs?
Yep. No blondes. You all look the same.
All right, let's go.
Nice guy, good guy. Treated me well. But once I realized that he was not my husband, because I'm only looking for husband energy at the moment, I ended things with him and I sent him a text because like it wasn't that serious. You know, I didn't feel like I needed to do it in person. Anyways, I sent him a text, told him that I didn't see it going any further. And he agreed. He said that he didn't think that he could make me happy. And while I appreciate that, it was a very kind response, he didn't even try. He didn't even try and say that he like wanted to change, that he wanted to like whatever. Like, I can be manipulated. I will listen to you. But you didn't even, nice guy, good guy.
You didn't even try.
Not even mean.
All right, let's dissect this. So she wanted to break up with this guy. Not husband energy. Fair enough. I appreciate that.
Mean?
But so the first thing I wanted to dissect was, would you break up with someone on text?
No. I've been broken up with over text. It's not fun.
No.
It's so rude.
So I mean, we don't know how long they dated, but I think if you go for like you date for over a month, I would probably say, okay, at this point, you're probably going to want to break up with them in person, just out of respect. I don't know why. It's just more respectful to do that than over text. But that's just me. Is that crazy to think that? I don't know.
I'm still trying to figure out what she wants.
Oh, she wanted to still be with him, I think.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Or have her ego stroked. But so, of course, she broke up with him over text and he just agreed, you know, sent him a text, blah, blah, blah. And he agreed. He said that he didn't think that he could make me happy, which, you know, I guess confirms that he's not husband energy, right?
Yeah. Well, or that she's high maintenance. Or both.
Yeah. So it could be either or, but either or, I think that he was respectful and she agrees in this video. And that should be the end of that.
I think she's mostly just mad that he didn't be like, oh, but, and instead he was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, and that's the problem. It's like, one, why are you making this video online? You're taking an L at this point. Like, this is a huge L on your part.
Huge L. Where's women posting L's Twitter account? Somebody tag them.
Has it women posting L's? Oh,
I don't know.
Chat of Arabia posted this, so thank you, Chat of Arabia. But I hate this line that she puts here. Even try and say that he like wanted to change, but he was being respectful. Like, what if you don't want? If I hear someone say, I don't want to date you, I'm not going to convince you.
Right. But I can change.
But like, I don't understand that. You've made a decision at this point. Why do you need convincing otherwise? Or what do you feel you need convincing otherwise? I can be manipulated. I will listen. That makes no sense to me. That's crazy.
Literally. To go with your crazy eyes and your crazy hands. Why do they all move their hands like that? Have you noticed that?
Oh, look at that.
All of them, every single one, do that with the hands. And listen, as an Italian, I talk with my hands, but I don't. What is this? What is that?
And the nails really scare me.
They all have the same, those pointy, coffiny looking nails that are too long, and they all do that with their hands. Well, all of them, every single one. Don't believe me? The next time you start seeing these videos, start keeping a tally. I'm telling you right now, every single one, every single one. Why? See, and there's the little clock thing. Now she's got her fingers pinched. What is that? Every single one.
She's like Zoidberg.
Yeah. Every single one does this.
Oh, I think that girls and boys, don't air your dirty laundry online like this. There is such thing as having a line and not crossing it.
Yeah.
For one. I mean, I'm sure people appreciate some like learning lessons from this, but this is definitely not the lesson you want to teach other people. That you suck. Apparently, according to your ex-boyfriend or ex-date. I don't even know. Wow. Don't insult Zoidberg like that. I'm watching Futurama right now, so I mean, whatever. Girls
all do that. Every single one.
Okay. Well, I saw a bunch of my tweets. Okay. There's some insane stuff, some good stuff, most of the guys on there were like, good job, cut her out. She's crazy. There's one here that says guy that wanted trad wife, and it's a picture of her as a tard wife.
Oh my god. Yeah, that guy definitely was, and this is the thing too, at least not in my personal experience, but from observing as I've gotten older, men are very much like, okay. I mean, now if you've been together for a very long time,
and that's the thing. Like the people need to be okay. You can only control so much, right? Yeah. So your control was, I want to break up with this guy. His response is out of your control. So if you are whimpering and crying that he didn't come to you and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. What can I do to stay with you? That is out of your control. No matter what you want, you can't change that. So why bother with this? So making this video with it is totally bothering with it.
Yeah. And also you thought the relationship wasn't that important. So you broke up with him over text. She even says that, like, we weren't together that long, but now all of a sudden you want him to like come riding in with a sword and shield to be like, I'll defend you, my lady. Don't break up with me.
And this is why men are confused about women.
Please sit down.
How do I understand you? I totally get it. She says she doesn't want him, but she wants him to fight for her.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
It really isn't. And girl, get a grip out of yourself. I don't know. I just said she's a walking red flag.
She is a walking red flag.
Oh, yeah. Because I know there's some other stuff that people said in the responses that I'm like, tattoos doesn't necessarily equal red flag in my opinion. I know some people do have that as their red flags. There are people out there that have tattoos that are definitely not red flags. I mean, like, I always think like Gary is definitely not one of them. And, you know, he like freaking loves Melissa. We want that type of energy from a man that he exudes on his wife. Like that is beautiful.
I think it depends. You know, if you find your person, you guys have the same values and you both, you know, and it doesn't bother you, and then that's great. If you both have tattoos, that's great. Duke's sister and her brand new husband are covered in tattoos and they look so stinking cute together. So.
Oh, I wish hey, when you get a chance, can you send something to me? Please. Oh my god. Okay, I really love watching replies. Die mad, you salty beesh. Your salty tears do not supply iodine, a necessary dietary ingredient. Oh my god. People on Twitter are just like so here's another one that's really funny. Live video of the guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god. Yeah. And here, this is probably a good one here. dating code. The thing with everyone is everyone wants to be seduced. Everyone wants to fall for you. So if someone rejects you, they're not just feeling you. It means that they could feel you if you seduce them correctly. It is an emotional thing, not logical. You can follow me, improve your dating life. Well, maybe I won't follow you, but those are some good words though. Guess if you really will follow them, you can. But yeah, insane. I get why men are confused. I'm confused.
Yeah.
And I'm not even dating her. Neither will I, but you know. Kal-El for $10 says, my ex-wife ended our marriage of 9 of 9 years by text message.
That's awful. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Jeez, oh.
That is horrible. I'm sorry to hear that, Kal-El. Whew. Well, I hope you're in a better place because she obviously did not respect you to at least even talk to you in person. This coming from a girl that would date a guy for 1 month and say, you feel like I need to break up with him in person. Dang.
That's crazy. I'm so sorry, Kal-El. That's awful. Jeez. What a
So
way.
you're better off without her. And I hope that you feel that way at this point. I don't know how long ago this was, but you likely are better off without her. Dang. I smell rice right now.
Ooh.
I think Mark's making food. But anyways, Nick Skyberg for $10 says, every girlfriend I've broke up with, that I've had broke up with me over text, except my ex-wife. What? It's the lowest blow you can do to a person. My ex-wife and I had problems, but I respect her for coming to me directly. Props to your ex-wife. It's okay. Breaking up with someone over text or social media, email, blah, 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 that is not in person physically. It is a cop-out that is very similar to ghosting. Ghosting, at least, comes from slightly dating between one date to maybe a couple months. But if you have committed to your person, like actually said, you're my boyfriend or you're my girlfriend, and you break up over text, like you think that you're saving you like the person from more hurt, that's more hurtful than in the end because you are a coward. So those other ex-girlfriends, they suck balls. I mean, it still sucks that your ex-wife broke up with you, but I'm glad to hear at least that she had the balls to tell you in person, because there's what's the word for it? Closure? There's more closure that you can have when it's in person.
It's such a hard thing to do in general, you know, on either side. So to have the confidence to do it in person and to give that respect to somebody, you know, I think goes a long way.
Yeah.
It's
Honestly,
so easy to like, talk to the app and be like, text this person and tell them this, and then pretend you don't see them, you know?
I mean, Bastard of America, I get why you'd be upset, but what's the point of yelling at that point too? It's like, you know, they suck, but is it going to change anything to go do that either? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. Mark says the only real argument for a text breakup is if there are safety concerns, but you have to follow that with an instant full block. Mark, did you ever have to do
that? There's exceptions. Yeah. Of course. You know.
I feel like it's I don't know if it's a girl or a guy thing to do that type of breakup though. I don't know. I haven't heard enough data on that to know if it's like gender specific. I think it's on both sides, to be honest.
That's so sad.
Wow. We're worried about Mark now?
Poor Kal-El.
It's a girl thing.
I feel like, to send the breakup text and then bounce. Yeah. We women don't like confrontation. Okay. We really don't.
I don't know. See,
men ghost more. I think men ghost in general more.
women break up over
statistically
social
speaking,
media
but I
more?
think women, yeah, will do that. Well, maybe I don't know. I don't know now. At least back in my day.
Back in my day, back in the 1960s.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Back when I was a young woman in the 1900s, living in my house on the prairie.
We had to wear clothes up to our necks and down to our ankles. I
Yeah,
don't
very
know.
hot. Don't recommend.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, here Mark is clarifying. I mean, if you don't feel safe even meeting up with a
Oh,
person and that
absolutely.
you need to have it to be a don't even bother replying, I'm out of your life. Seek help. Have you
Yeah.
broken up with someone like that, Mark? I'm
Mark,
worried.
are you okay?
Mark, are you breaking up with me right now? Is this house empty?
Is it the leg stealing? I knew it.
I knew it. I only stole it once on stream, okay? It's funny because he's just like continued talking after I stole it. He's just like, whatever. Extra girl's antics. Sci-Fax says now break up with the girl at the bar so you can immediately get back at on the horse.
Oh my god.
Dang, Sci-Fax, that's cold. Oh my gosh. So I feel like most people are saying that it's definitely a female thing to break up via text.
I mean, statistically, we end more relationships, so like that makes sense.
I suppose. Yeah. Yeah. You guys are probably right. But it's a good thing to kind of explore because, like, I feel like the dating world, red pill, purple pill, feminist pill, I don't know, blue pill, is it blue pill? It's
All the
feminist.
pills.
All the pills. Don't really talk about that.
No pain pills though, because those are
Yeah.
addictive.
Absolutely.
That'd be
Absolutely.
good.
We talked about them earlier. Oh god. Wow, John, I got ghosted in Germany at a beer fest, saw it coming, followed her, walked up and said that wasn't nice, walked away. John,
Not at the beer fest.
I feel like
Oh.
that is the perfect way to do it though. You know, just be like, "Hey, that was rude." Okay, bye. I bet the person was just like, "Huh? What?" But that's the thing is like you need to see the hurt that you give upon this person and then maybe choose more wisely or more specific because I don't know if anyone watches Too Hot to Handle. Okay,
Not
what am
in
I
a
saying?
long
No
time.
one watches it. But
It's a fun show. I don't even have Netflix anymore, so I
yeah.
gotta figure out somewhere else to watch it.
So the premise of this show is like you go on this dating show thinking you're gonna have all the sex and intimacy, but then you find out that you're not allowed to do anything. There's like a prize you win at the beginning or at the end, but you start off with like say $100,000, and every time you kiss, it's like minus 3,000, minus 6,000, and you can't self gratify, which is like masturbate or anything. No kissing, no heavy petting, no sex, nothing because that just minuses it from the plot.
Pot.
And what
Money
you're
pot.
supposed to do is to find deep, meaningful connections that are past the physical experience that you have with your partners that you have been kind of ignoring this entire time. So on the last season, there was a guy who basically like hooked up with like three of the girls, but then when he said he was kind of committed to a girl and then went to hook up with another girl and actually saw for the first time how hurt she was because usually he would ghost them, you
Oh
know?
wow, yeah.
I thought that was like such a huge learning lesson to see. And I think some people need that in order to realize the hurt that you impart by doing actions like this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I love reality television because it's so degenerate, but there are some great learning lessons sometimes from them. And I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Like, don't ghost people.
Yes, yes, and that's the thing is like when you are so slutty and you bang everything that you see that you think is hot, you don't know the negative ramifications that you're doing unto other people.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Wow. Does this show go on? No, not November. No. It aired the last 2 months, I think. So,
Yeah, I think they film it during the summer because it's on an island.
yeah, yeah. I know the season 2 and 3 they filmed back to back because they didn't want people to find out that they were filming Too Hot to Handle. Because people wised up, you're like, oh gosh. So yeah. Lady, Missy, that was a red flag. You need to learn. And I mean, hey, there are some good things in the world. Okay. I love that Evie Magazine posted this. Being married is actually the most fun ever. Life got way more fun. Somehow I have a responsibility of being someone's wife. I want to be better. And I think that's like something that we don't see enough of. We talk too much about negative things, and I think it's beautiful. Like, this is the story I would love to see on Barbie.
Right? Dang.
Like, why couldn't she have found her Ken? Maybe real world Ken, if she accidentally ran into him, or Ken turned out and learned stuff about the real world that he was like, oh, it's not just glitz and glamour and about being hot. I want to be responsible and be a good person for Barbie so that we can be a power couple. I don't know.
Right.
Just
Exactly.
riffing right now. I just thought it was so sweet. And like Margot Robbie, she's definitely not mid in this picture.
She's so stinking cute.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Also,
cute together too.
That dress is cute. That ruching is really cute. So
Yeah, it's good on her.
She said her life got better after meeting her husband. And that's what marriage should be. That's what marriage absolutely should be. And we don't see enough of that out in the world. We just see a lot of people trashing on marriages and relationships. Maybe that's just part of the internet that we are in right now. You really don't think that she's actually believing that?
Ouch.
That sucks. I love love.
I've the comments to that. I don't think it was Evie's post. I think it was somebody else's post with it, Pop Sugar maybe, but the comments underneath it were super. Like, one guy was like, someone screenshot this, save this quote, and get back to us in a couple years. Let's see where they're at, kind of thing. I'm like, geez, we've become so jaded as a society.
Yeah. I mean, do people think about that with our relationships?
I hope not.
I hope not. Yeah. Let's see. We got a couple more super chats here. We got Kal-El for another Canadian $10. Says it's been 10 years or 11 years now, so it's all good. But at the time, it was devastating. Oh my goodness. I'm glad to hear that it's better for you. Cause
still like, I'm devastated hearing this news. It's awful.
No one, guys, get some balls. Girls, I guess get balls too. Or confidence. Like, you have to do the hard things. Like, if you want to break up with something, it is hard. So you have to do the hard thing and break up with them in person if you want to be a good person.
Yeah. Or call them on the phone.
At the very least.
Jeez.
Like, I get it. Say, like, if you live long distance, okay? I'm not expecting you to spend $2,000 to go see a person to break up with them. Make a trip very awkward.
It would be really, really awkward.
Like, real awkward. But unless you have the means. But hey, the world is just so different from what it was when I was younger. Andrew Matthews for £2 says, is it a red flag to do a Biden Trudeau poll? Oh my gosh. I told Tugs about that earlier.
I was trying to get that clout.
So for those who don't know what Andrew Matthews is talking about, I did a poll. Here, let me find it. Asking the Twitter internet, who would you rather have as the leader of your country, Biden or Trudeau?
Yes.
I just love how many people were like, no. And this is literally the exact face I had making this poll. Okay. Very similar. Because I know this is an unwinnable poll. I'm actually shocked about how many people put Biden ahead of Trudeau, but hey, It is what it is. Okay. I like Adam here. I want to like you, X-Ray. It's a troll, okay? This is a troll.
She's trolling. We be trolling.
Yeah, because
Hating.
I mean, I voted for Trudeau the first time. Hey, it benefited me as a student. I will admit that.
And then she
yes.
grew up and got married and realized that she did a bad thing.
I mean, I wouldn't say a bad thing. It benefited me at that time as a student because I got a reduction of my loan.
What's that? What's that saying? My dad says it all the time. If you're not a liberal when you're young, you have no heart. Oh gosh darn it. Something in chat will know it. It's like something like if you're not a liberal when you're young, you have no heart. If you are a liberal when you're older, then you have no brain or something like that. Gosh darn it. The chat might know. My dad says it all the time.
I had a tuition decrease, okay? It benefited me tuition-wise as a student. Okay? So if you're wondering. Hey, I think that, the Trudeau government was beneficial for students, nurses, and what's the big one? Retirees, which is
here it is. It's if you're not a liberal at 20, you have no heart. If you're not a conservative at 40, you have no brain. Because by that time we're all old, we're married, and
I find most people turn conservative once they start making money.
Yeah, that's it. There it is.
There we go.
Churchill quote. Is it?
There
Has
we
that
go.
been confirmed? That wouldn't surprise me if he said it. I know there was some discourse about it not being for him, but yeah.
Not to get political, it's not sleazy or corrupt. It's trying to get the votes, and I think that even Americans do that in the UK, and every government that's a democracy does that. So, they have their platform, and you vote according to the platform and what they're working towards. It's not corrupt. It's just how democracy works. I don't know. So, anyways, let's not get too much politics here. Tricky for $2 says she put herself on a pedestal and got pushed off.
Yeah, no kidding. She pushed herself off.
I know. She really didn't have to not dox herself, but air her laundry to the world.
Yeah.
Because I mean, she really, that rice is really killing me, by the way.
I want some. Can you send some this way?
I know. You know what? It's because there's strong soy sauce in it. Or soya sauce. Oh, I can smell it. Mark, you have friends that will help you if you do not. Wow! If you do not feel safe, you can escape the abuse, says Eric K for $5. Let me ask him. Mark!
Do you feel safe?
Do you feel safe or unsafe?
What did he say?
To what part? He said yes. Come here.
He said yes to both, probably.
I know.
Smart man.
We're gonna see what he says. Come here, honey. I have a question
Mark,
for you. Come here.
No, I have the green garbage in my hand.
Okay, but the question is, Mark, do you feel safe in this house?
Later, honey. No, that wasn't what I was saying at all, though. I was saying that's when it's okay to break up with someone in text. It's when you actually should.
No, I'm asking you feel safe in our home between you and I.
Yes, I do, honey.
Oh my god!
I'm not actually asking. Are you?
Eric K said, Mark, if you have friends that will help you if you do not feel safe, so that's why I was asking.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant
if
a guy or a girl, if they're saying, if you break up with me, I'm going to kill myself, you should not go meet up with that person to break up with. You should text them and be like, you are not in my life anymore. Goodbye. Never talk to me again.
No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about you specifically.
But that's what I was talking about.
I know. Mark is not okay. I think we're in trouble. Oh my gosh, we have a celebrity in the chat.
Krista, can we have your autograph?
Krista, I want to go to Disney with you. That looks so fun. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is probably maybe the last one, second last one. So there was an influencer,
Oh no.
whether it's true or not, doesn't matter. Influencer Mia Dio uses AI to replicate her boyfriend's voice so she could find out if through his friends if he cheated on her.
What?
I feel like I found so many articles that you're just like, huh? So who is Mia Dio? Influencer goes viral for using AI to catch cheating boyfriend.
AI is going to be the death of the human race as a whole. I swear
But
to
that's the
God Almighty
problem.
himself.
Us especially, because we have hours and hours and hours of our voice on the internet. So AI can process our voice and probably spit out some very
Oh
convincing
yeah.
phrases that we would say. So this 22-year-old TikTok influencer has gone viral for one of her videos about AI. On April 19th, the influencer shared a video and claimed in the caption that she cloned her boyfriend's voice using AI to find out if he was cheating on her. Even though the video was shared months ago, it gained traction again. The netizens were curious to know how Mia did it. The influencer began the video by saying she grew suspicious about her boyfriend, Billy, had been acting. Okay. I stand by this. If you do not trust your person, you should not be with them. You should not be with them. Here, I gotta refresh this so I can get the.
The
There we go.
internet was a mistake. Not that I don't love all y'all, but the internet was a mistake.
Mhm. Because, like, this is going like you think about 4D chess. This is like beyond like hacking into emails and going on the person's
Or like using a
phone.
voice changer where back in the day, listen, voice changing has been around for forever. You can buy spy things where you talk like this, or like, you can make your voice kind of sound like a man or whatever. But this is a whole new
Mm-hmm.
level.
So you're you're going to be shocked. It actually sounds pretty convincing, like as a male voice using the AI. But anyway, so let's see what they say.
I'm going to AI clone my boyfriend's voice, call his best friend, and figure out if he lied to me about what he was doing last night. My boyfriend's been acting very weird. I opened up a voice cloning software and imported voicemails that my boyfriend has left. I typed in a script of what I want my boyfriend to tell his friend. Here's the final project.
Hey man, what's up? I don't know. Are you alone?
It sounds exactly like him. I'm going to use his iPad to FaceTime audio call his friend and see if his friend confirms what they were doing last night.
Hey man, what's up?
Not much, man. Just chilling. How are you feeling?
Everything is fine. Kind of. I don't know. Are you alone?
Yeah, man. Just chilling at the house.
I don't remember much from last night. I don't know why I feel weird. What did I do?
Dude, you got fucking shit-faced at McDinton's last night, and you picked up some random sorority girl from UT and made out with her in front of everyone.
Instead, we stayed at your place.
Bruh. Why'd you have to bring me into this?
Oh, snap. Well, at least her instincts are right. Kudos to her, I guess.
I guess I don't know. Like even like say if oh my god, X-ray ASMR AI coming soon. I absolutely believe that.
I was gonna say, wait, where did it go? It jumped on me. Hold on. I was wondering about this too, Tricky. That is identity fraud, is it not? That's got to be illegal somehow.
I suppose.
I guess technically. I don't know. I don't know if the laws have caught up to that technology yet, but yeah.
AI specifically, because like you can do like email and text and all that, but like this is a whole new level of crazy.
Wow.
I guess identity fraud and figuring out 4D chessing and all that. Like it's absolutely insane. Like it did sound like a dude.
Crazy.
Oh my god, wasn't he drunk? Are you talking about the boyfriend or the friend? D-Day. Might have to clarify on that.
It's a fake.
Yeah, it's not super 100% convincing, but if it's over phone and it's not super clear, maybe.
Yeah, she was far enough away that it sounded like it was on speaker, and if it was last night and he was as drunk as his friend says he was, that you also have that, like, hangover voice, you know, where
Mhm,
you're trying to just like, I don't what happened?"
mhm,
And you
mhm.
almost sound like a robot because your brain is not working, right?
Yeah. Okay, so it's just kind of repeating what was said in here. Weirdly, the friends seem convinced by the robotic reconstruction. Okay, blah 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 blah.
If
Her
this is
eyebrows are
even
very big.
if this is even real, like, is it staged? Is it staged?
I
Nobody
mean,
knows.
who
We don't know
knows? Who
anything,
knows?
you know?
Let's see here. Just talking about her now. Miscarriage. Okay. Is there any more about this?
Right,
Oh, it
like
was a skit rather than an orchestrated prank. Either way, like people can use this.
aha! It was fake. It's fake.
It's
Well,
fake.
not fake, but it was planned.
But doesn't matter because people are gonna use this in the future.
Mhm. Oh, yeah. Well,
To
and
get
now,
there.
the technology is getting better and better. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. She contextualized the skit by saying that she wanted to share her hack with anyone who might be suspicious of their partner's behavior. I don't think that
Mm,
this is a good idea to put out there.
wild.
Because guess what? People are going to use this not for just this reason, but nefarious things. And that scares the crap out of me.
Mhm. Yup.
Because even if that this is fake, people are going to be doing this legitimately. And if people
Yeah.
do this, you guys are crazy to do this. You know, if you don't trust your boyfriend, girlfriend, get out. Oh, I like the AI Drake song, by the way. It's really good.
Oh, God.
Oh my god, I smell more food now. What the heck are you doing out there, Mark? Oh, it just smells so good. Making me hungry.
Please send food. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, people do all things to avoid talking. And like I will say, as someone who dated someone who is a narcissist and was a cheater, when you feel gaslit and you want it, like I'm gonna say I really, really, really wanted to do something maybe to that level, but like find out the information to know if my ex was cheating. Like people will do this, but I was lucky enough to just smart enough to be like, it's not worth it. But some
Yeah.
people are not that um fortunate. They feel like they're crap, so they feel like I spent this much with him. I'm committed and I'm going to stay. Or vice versa if it's a woman. Yeah. AI will not mimic my accent correctly yet. Sir, yet. But in any case, we got another super chat here. Incog Cheeto for $5.
What?
Hey, ladies, nice show tonight. It has a good vibe. I was wondering if I could do a rate your vibe, or do you guys already have your own? Wow. Vibe.
Oh my gosh. I was like, what is that? Oh, no. All right. It's
A rate our vibes. You can rate our vibes incognito if you want. Oh no. Incognito, good try. Good try. We didn't fall for it this time.
jeez. Oh.
Yeah, rate our vibes, guys. This is 10. What's our vibe? Thank you for the $5. Oh no. Yeah, almost got us. John Kokoza, what's up with the girl's eyebrows? Looks funky. The eyebrows went from super thin in the early 2000s, late 90s, and now they are actually like super fuzzy. Like people want the thickest brows ever. So we've gone kind of on the other side of the fashion aspect on that. So yeah.
Suspicious.
I mean, I will never be able to grow eyebrows that thick. Like ever. So it's Asian hair, unfortunately. I mean, and Tugs, I think I'm trying to think. You can have a bit of thicker eyebrows, but not like hers.
Mine are fun fact about mine are natural. I've never done anything to them. I mean, I'll fill them in with a
Really?
pencil every now and then, yeah, depending on how my makeup goes. But yeah, I've never, knock on wood, needed to pluck them or anything.
I was
I
like,
got lucky.
look at these. They're like so.
Yeah,
They're
mine are not quite
incredibly
that
crazy.
fluffy. They're a little fluffy, but not quite that fluffy.
Wow. Oh, microblading. I'm surprised you know about that, Cavitano. I mean, who knows? Picture, it's hard to tell. Here, I'm like zooming in now. Are these microbladed? Potentially. You have to be careful with microblading. You don't want them too thick because one day when you want thinner brows, you might have like a bit of shadow.
Shadow.
Yeah. That's okay. I mean, it's the style. I actually like her freckles. They're really pretty. Like on her. She also has nice eyelashes. Very jealous of her eyelashes. And she doesn't have to wear like a lot of makeup. She's doing the no makeup face.
Oh, she's
very
a
hard
pretty girl.
She's very pretty. Like she has a little bit of oops. Oh, oopsies. Where'd I go? There we go. Okay, she has like a little bit of eyeshadow, and she might have done a lash lift and then just gelled her eyebrows with a bit of highlighter here. You can see there's a tiny bit of highlighter and lip balm. Wow, freckles is better than Yum Yum, says Frank. Wow!
I would agree.
Wow. I mean, my eyebrows are microbladed. Be careful, chat. No, I love my eyebrows. That they're Rocky. Okay, he runs away.
Rocky.
Bye, baby. I like that you can see my eyebrows because I have none. So that's why. Okay, I have nothing. Nada. Zip zilch. And I just have one more thing here. Tugs. Yes. I'm very curious on how you feel about this.
Oh no.
Did you see the Mia Khalifa video?
No.
No? Okay.
Mia Khalifa.
Because we watched this last week with Zia.
I don't think so.
And I kind of want to see your opinion on this.
Oh God. Why? Who is Mia Khalifa, first of all?
She is the corn star that did the stuff with the hijab on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but she's not a Muslim. So.
Oh, that's inappropriate. All right.
Absolutely. So, yeah, we're off to a great start. But I just want to see your opinions, because of course we talked about it last week, but yeah, anyways.
Oh, we're comparing stats. Baby girl doesn't know that I am Tom Brady at this game. Married at 18, divorced at 21. Second marriage, married at 25, divorced at 28. Third engagement, engaged at 29, ended it at 30, but I kept the ring. I'm still keeping Tom Brady on his toes. We should not be afraid to leave these men. We are not stuck with these people. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It is paperwork. It's something, it's a commitment you make to someone. But if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment and you're trying, you gotta go. You have to go. I know it's difficult to fill out paperwork and to make appointments and to do all of these things, but this is your fucking life. Do you want to be stuck with someone? Period. Do you want to be stuck with someone? Oh, we're comparing stats.
Okay, I have several opinions. One of them is I don't know what Tom Brady she's talking about, but Tom Brady was in 2 relationships. One was the one that his oldest son, they had a baby together. They were not married. Giselle, he's been married to for like 20 years almost, and she left him. I don't know why I'm giving Tom Brady a run for his money. Tom Brady wasn't a relationship hopper. What are you talking about? First of all, I hate that. People always say that. That's not what happened. Look it up. Stop being a tool. So I don't know what she means by that. Giving him a run for his money in what? Failed marriages? You still outnumber him, lady. Calm down. Secondly, marriage isn't a sanctimonious. Well, I mean, I guess if she's Muslim. No, because they take marriage seriously too. They just,
I
have
don't. She's
civil
not
life.
actually Muslim. She just did it for the corn.
Oh, good grief. So then, yeah, all right. So then she doesn't. Then she doesn't. I don't know. Oh, she's referring to the rings. Okay, that makes much more sense. I'm like, what are you talking about, you weirdo? He's still gonna have 7, so just sit down.
She has time. She has time.
Weasel. And why is she leaving all these men?
Well, I mean,
Porn star is exhausting.
she and I'll reiterate kind of what I said last week, but the fact that she's treating marriage so lightly is
Yep.
absolutely negative, because marriage, yes, it is a piece of paper, but it's also a commitment, especially if you make it if you're religious or anything, because like if you can't make a promise, barring of course the endure type of
Oh God.
issues,
Listen,
you
exceptions
know,
to rules.
yeah,
Jeez.
there's the exceptions to the rules, safety, etc., etc., then that is fine. But if you can't, like, if you're having too much issues, like, and giving up so easily, like, she sounds so hard to deal with. Absolutely so
Yeah.
hard to deal with. Like, she thinks she's easy to deal with, but then she has the list of demands. She wants more and more and more. And she is not someone who lives a simple life, we'll call it. She has standards. So she has to find someone that meets those standards and actually is a alpha, but also kind of has to be beta to her. And that's why I see a lot of red pill people, because of examples like this. I was expecting more of a crazy rant. But,
I'm so exhausted with these women. I can't deal with it. And listen, I'm not saying I'm perfect, okay? Glass houses and all that, but jeez.
We got Ken here. Getting marriage advice from Mia is like getting legal advice from a plumber.
Yeah. I mean, and she is right on the legal side of things. Like, marriage is just a piece of paper on like the government side of things, but that's a very modern thought process. Like, she somewhere along the line, I don't know when it happened. I don't think I was alive for it, but I'm certainly living it now. Marriage has become, that's all that it is that people think about. Like, oh, it's just a piece of paper. I can just undo it. And that's not what it's supposed to be. Like, marriage is supposed to be a union. There are marriages out there where they're not legally binded by the state. You can do that. That's a thing you can do. So I can't. Go touch grass, lady. And
I think she
pray
needs
to
what's it called? A check, a reality check on what the world is like.
Yeah, or maybe find religion somewhere. Pick a religion at this point.
Maybe she should find Islam at this rate. Wouldn't
Maybe
that be
she
crazy?
needs to be one of many wives if she chose to go that route.
I mean, there's some people who have one wife, okay? Not everyone has many wives, okay? But like, if she legitimately found Islam and became religious, that would be like a really crazy story.
I can't. Please don't take advice from Mia Khalifa specifically, but also just
I think it's giving girls the wrong idea. Kind of like Barbie, that marriage is easy to give up on, because realistically you should do the vetting process, ask the hard questions, what really matters to you, figure out what you need in a relationship. Not we'll go back to the TikToks we saw earlier, not that you need your person to be more romantic by giving you flowers so you force it in their hands, because I feel like that's the type of energy I'm feeling from this. Like, you want to actually be able to communicate effectively, and I don't know if she is communicating effectively for that. And also, like, same thing, the fingers, the claw fingers. Did you
told
see them?
you they all do it. They all have the same hand gestures. It's weird. It's weird.
Oh my God, I'm looking at the chat and I can't say some of the things that are in there.
Peloton has a point, though. My neighbor just divorced. What?
She is known around the world.
Well,
oh yeah, they were so mad.
Right? Yeah.
They were so mad about her corn. So, what's this? My neighbor just divorced her husband because shut the front door. He wasn't outgoing enough.
How long were they together, Sausage?
They have a son.
There's a
That is
modern, there
heartbreaking
is
to
such a
hear.
modern day thought process. I don't understand it.
It's there's probably more to it. That's just the stupid reason for it that's presented because
Could be.
they're too embarrassed to say the real answer.
Or it's been something that's been bothering her their entire marriage, and she just finally, because
Yeah.
Barbie is sad.
Because there are people out there that even on their wedding day, they know this is not the person for them, but they still do it because all the deposits are in, everything. Don't want to lose money. And they think that
two
that's better.
things. One, 7 years. Yeah, that tells me that was something that bothered her from the beginning, and she just didn't do anything about it or sat down to him or let it fester and fester. Also, what?
I mean, I could believe it, I suppose.
What's going on?
That's insane. That's
Marriage
insane.
is becoming obsolete.
I think that it's not a union that is being explored by a lot of people. Also, religion is not as popular as it used to be, I don't think.
That's very true.
So,
Especially
and
religion.
I think, you know, marriage is is strongly propelled forward by religion these days. Since there's not as many religious people, that it's just not happening as much. And people like Mia make it seem so easy. So I think at that point, if it's just a piece of paper, why get married? Just watching this video. That's what I get.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point? Why should I get married? Why should I get the government in my business in order to protest our in order to show my love to my person? I don't know. That's at least as a maybe older female, possibly males. I don't know. Younger females. This is like feminist of the third wave. That's the feeling I get from it. I don't know.
I don't know. She just, I don't know.
Like marriage shouldn't be here. I'm seeing here disposable relationships. Marriage should not be disposable. Like I think of it as if you can't make that promise and keep that promise, I'm going to probably judge you a tiny bit for it, unless of course of the, you know, exceptions to the rule. There's some things like, oh my God, if I found out my husband, not Mark specifically, but if I found out my husband, and this happened to someone I knew, became trans, it's not the person I married, you know?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like those are the exceptions that I would accept. But dang. Couple more super chats here. We got Crash Mondo for $5 says, I wonder if the hand gestures is a demonic manifestation. So I've had long nails before. Then the hand gestures, as much as we're making fun of it, they get hard not to do.
It comes with having it really does come with
it comes with having long nails.
Yeah.
It is
I just think it's funny that they all did every single freaking one of them.
Because I've done it before too. Like I don't have long nails right now. I don't have anything on them, you know, trying to be natural, let them grow out. But when I had them, it's just like, it's hard not to be cognizant because then I might be hurting myself hitting them without doing the clawing. Oh, I don't know. Cause Tugs, you've had long nails before too. So
yeah, no, not me personally, because I would stab myself in the eyes. I've always kept them pretty sport short.
yeah. Oh, I hate so my nail ladies, they the more times I go in successively, the longer they get, because I'm like, cut them shorter, and they don't want to cut them. They're like, oh, they're so pretty when they're long. I'm like, no,
okay, you'll get boyfriend.
I have husband, okay, I don't need no boyfriend. I don't want boyfriend.
You get boyfriend.
Oh my God, it's so true though. Wow, that is true too. Mr. Beast's friend is trans and did that to his wife and kid. I don't know what. Okay, I've never been in that situation. I don't know what I'd be like in that situation. Have no idea.
I would be mad.
But I don't know if I could be with my my husband
No, I
turning
believe you're getting
into a
divorced.
female. Because like they turned into a more feminine looking person, and I married you because you're masculine. But that's just me. Like I don't know. I couldn't and like that if they take hormones, the pee changes too. I can't deal with that. I never wanted to be with a girl. Right?
No, ever.
Wow. Is it PC for you to use that accent? Absolutely. I worked in a nail salon. Okay, I'm allowed to do that. Oh, but anyways, okay, so we'll wind down because I know Tugs is feeling a little tired from her trip. But yeah, Tugs, anything happening this week?
I honestly don't know. I just got back. I don't know. I don't have anything scheduled, but that doesn't mean I might not wing it and start streaming again the next couple of days. Of course, we've got more moving to do or packing or whatever it is we're doing. So yeah. So I'll see you guys when I see you, I guess. I don't have anything scheduled. So if I go live, it'll be a random thing.
Okay.
I really should
Sounds
get a
good.
schedule.
Sounds good. But yeah, follow her on Twitch, twitch.tv/thattuglife. The
I'm on
link
the
is
TV.
in the description. You can find me, Extra Girl, YouTube, Rumble Locals, Kick, all them places. Next week we have a bit of a different show. We're gonna have Lynn Jones back, which I'm so excited for.
Oh, that's right. That is next week. Yes.
And no, we're not interviewing her this time. She wanted to interview us. So if you have any questions that you have wanted to ask us, although you guys have been pretty like good with asking us on the spot, but any questions on, how we came to this world, some personal questions are probably okay, and stuff like that. So we will put the little link our Twitter post that you can pop those questions there for her as well. The week, like the day before the stream. So yeah, if you guys are excited, Lynn Jones, wife of Kelly Jones, comic. Oh my God, my brain is farting. Comic book artist. Yes. I know what things are. So yeah, join us then. But yeah, I guess if that is it, we'll see you guys next week.
That's it. Have a good week, guys.
I love you.